بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيت الأطهار الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. وإفشاء العارفة وستر العائبة. Oh Allah, bless me to divulge and reveal what is good and conceal what is bad or disgrace. The more we read and we understand these beautiful segments of Dua Makarimul Akhlaq by our fourth Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, we see that there's a lot to be done. And we have to bring a lot of changes to our day-to-day life. And why are we emphasizing on akhlaq? This might be a question that comes to someone's mind. Last year for 30 nights, we talked about akhlaq, morality. This year, and we're not sure about next year or year after, probably this Dua Makarimul Akhlaq needs 5 Ramadhan to finish. If you remember last year, we emphasized on the importance of akhlaq by bringing one hadith from Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa that he summarizes his mission and why he was sent in this beautiful, magnificent hadith, which he states, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. I was sent. The only reason why I was sent, إِنَّمَا, indeed, surely, the reason why I was sent to perfect the highest level of morality. Not to bring morality for people, no. To perfect the highest level. So if there is a highest level before the religion of Islam, people had morality. Rasulullah came, the religion of Islam came to perfect even that highest level of morality. Aqaid is very important. We need it. It's the foundation. Ahkam is needed. It's the day-to-day practice of our religion. But akhlaq is the foundation of our relationship between ourselves, families, communities, societies. People outside, what they see from us, they don't see our aqidah. They don't see our ahkam if we don't practice our ahkam. Which unfortunately, some people are embarrassed to practice their religion in the public. I don't know why. We might be able to guess it, but we haven't done anything wrong to be embarrassed of practicing our religion. Until now, I haven't seen any difficulties practicing my aqidah, practicing my ahkam in public. I haven't seen it. If you guys have, well, it's good to share. But what do people see from us? It's our akhlaq. It was the akhlaq of the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam that brought people to the religion, and then they taught them about the aqidah and ahkam. So that gives us the importance of akhlaq and why we are emphasizing every night about akhlaq, 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 morality. And unfortunately, the more we read this dua, again, inshallah, none of us, we see that the community is far, far, far behind from the teachings of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, which this dua brings all of them together about akhlaq. That is why it's called Makarimul Akhlaq. These 2 segments of tonight, it needs a lot of practice. And unfortunately, we don't see it being practiced on a daily basis. And that's what has caused a lot of problems within the families and the societies. Oh Allah, bless me. That's a dua that we have to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, bless me to divulge and reveal what is good. Ifsha, one meaning of it is divulge and exposure. Exposure has negative connotation and positive connotation. This is with a good connotation, positive connotation. When we see something good, to reveal it. And it is very important. Again, I emphasize, unfortunately we don't see it. But today we are here, we came to learn from this dua and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala within the context of this dua to bless us to be able to have that personality. Because that personality is the characteristic and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We read in Dua Kumail Thursday night, which we just read and pass by it carelessly. We read, كَم مِّن قَبِيحٍ سَتَرْتَهُ وَكَم مِّن ثَنَاءٍ جَمِيلًا لَسْتُ أَهْلًا لَهُ نَشَرْتَهُ. Oh Allah, Imam is saying to Allah, oh Imam, how many disgrace you saw from me, but you covered it. قَبِيح, قَبْح, disgrace, bad act you saw from me, but you, oh Allah, you concealed it. وَكَمْ ثَنَاءٍ جَمِيلًا, and how many acts that I'm not worthy of it, you revealed it to people. Imagine if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if He wanted to reveal what we do behind the scene, that it's only when it's us and ourselves in the room alone, and we do what we do. If Allah was about to somehow reveal it for people to see it. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala conceal it. And whatever good that we have done, small little good that we are not worthy of spreading it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spread it. So this is what we have to learn. So let's examine our life. Let me see, do I have this personality of going around and revealing good deeds about other people or not? And I have the tendency to conceal and hide and cover the bad act of the people or not? Let's examine our life. But before that, let us examine what is arifah, ifsha'ul arifah. What is good and what is bad? Unfortunately, as we said last night, many of our things that we think of it good, it's part of our culture, but it's bad within the religion. And many of things that we accepted as of bad, it is good within the religion, but the culture say it's bad. So we go by the culture, not by the religion. For example, right now, the culture of us, is it known for us to be on time or always late? Our culture is known to be always late. But Islam, the culture of Islam says always be on time, because the hadith says, Al-mu'minu idha wa'ada wafa. A mu'min, a believer, when he promises, he will fulfill it. I'll say I'll be there 5 o'clock, but I don't fulfill my promise. So it has become part of the culture, and we all know one another. We all know the communities. Let's go to, for example, to the mosque. There's a program. What time the program starts? 7:30. Oh yeah, I know. It's 8:30 definitely. They say 7:30 in the email only, but they start 8:30. Or sometimes when we as a management, we want to send the email, we want people to be here 8:30. We'll say, okay, let's make sure we put 7:30. They come 8:30, and everybody will be on time. So that's the culture. But Islam says otherwise. Finishing the job perfectly and not rushing through it. Our culture is amongst ourselves, unfortunately. When it comes to hiring someone, we find someone is a Muslim, we say, I'm not sure if I want to bring him to my house, for example, as a contractor. Because they say, we'll do it. I swear to God, we will finish the job on time. But they don't finish the job. Why? Because they are from, quote unquote, Islamic country. And they rush through it. It's like, let's just fix it like this and just nail here. It looks very good. Alhamdulillah, everything is good. But when we go to the religion, our prophet, one day our prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, I love this story. It's a beautiful story. At the same time, it breaks my heart anytime that I say this story. Because I see what Rasulullah tried to leave as a legacy behind him, and I see myself in the Muslim community. They buried someone, and Rasulullah, he himself, he went into the grave. We have two kinds of lahad. Lahad is the stone that they put on top of the grave. Back home, still, some countries, they use small lahad, small blocks, and they put on top of next to one another, and they cover the deceased. And then they bring a little bit of cement or a little bit of clay. They cover all the holes and all the corners. They saw Rasulullah with his blessed finger. He's going around and he's making sure everything's covered. They told him, Rasulullah, these are the lahads, and then right now this much dirt will be on top of it. He said, Rahamallahu imra'an amala amalan fa'atqanah. May Allah bless the person who does the job and he does the best in it. Even though this clay, there's going to be much more dirt on it, but I have to do a perfect job in my job, even though it's in the grave. So is it part of our culture to do something perfect? To not rush through it? You answer. Age of marriage. Culturally, well, if somebody gets married at age 19 or 18, everybody's like, what's wrong with you? Why you are rushing it? The age of marriage has become to 29, 30, 32. So we're talking about good and bad because we want to know what is good so we can reveal it about the people. If we don't know what is good, how can we reveal it? How can we say such person, mashallah, at age 19 went and he got married? Which what Islam says. It's ma'roof in Islam, not ma'roof in culture. When it comes to the time of wedding night, do we go by culture or do we go by Islam? Sheikh, how is it possible for us to come together, happy moments? How can we go without music in a wedding? How can we go without it? Say no dinner, we can't survive without dinner, but music in the wedding is definite. What people are going to say? And again, we're not talking about these communities that alhamdulillah followers are. We're talking about people in another continent, in another universe. And then after that, if we are a little bit more modern, Sheikh, a little bit of moving, it's okay. A little bit of dance. It's only one night, Sheikh. Don't take it seriously. It's only one night, hour or two. These young people, let them just do whatever they want. And we're just sitting back. And people send me videos of the followers of Ahlul Bayt, again, in another universe. Boys and girls, hijabi and non-hijabi and stuff, they're dancing. They're having fun, Sheikh. It's only one night. That is culture, not religion. Wa alaikum assalam. Hijab. Do we go by our religion or do we go by our culture? Paying khums. How much do we know of khums? Khums is something that we put in the bread, inshallah. Today we eat iftari. All of us, we enjoy it. It's our duty that we have to pay. Praying on time. And so on and so forth. The list goes on and on and on. Reading and researching. Anytime I say someone, it's a good book to read, they say, Sheikh, who has time to read this day and age? So, alhamdulillah, mashallah, our culture has advanced and our community has advanced that we don't have time anymore for reading and research. Cleanliness, helping within our own community. Every day I come here, I see only 2, 3, 4 people. May Allah bless them. May Allah grant their needs. May Allah give them whatever they need. They go like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Only 2, 3, 4 people. We don't have the mindset of Yadullah ma'al jama'ah. All of us coming together. We come after salah, we go outside, we just eat and then leave. Again, those 2, 4 people, 5 people, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because that's not the culture of us coming together. All of us at any given age, at whatever position and status that we are, and helping one another, even our plates, picking some after someone else, if we consider this to have thawab in it. So first, we have to know what is ma'roof. How can we know what is ma'roof? We have to go to our teachings. How can we know the teachings? Reading the stories of the life of the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. It's filled with ma'roof. Everything they did was ma'roof. The way wife and husband supposed to treat one another. Ahlul Bayt have set us the guideline. How wife should address husband and how husband should address wife. Hadith al-Kisa, when we read, that's what we have to learn. Assalamu alayki ya bint Rasulillah. Wa alayka assalam ya Aba al-Hasan. Wa ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Assalamu alayki ya Ummah. Wa alayka assalam ya Qurrata Ayni. Or the light of my eyes and the fruit of my life. Look at the discussion. This is ma'roof. This is the things that we have to reveal. When we see, I saw yesterday and I was really happy. I saw 3 girls, 3 sisters, young sisters with proper hijab. MashaAllah. What a beautiful thing from young age that they don't have to wear it according to our culture. But Islam, age 9, they have to wear it. 8 and a half, 8, they have to start practicing it. May Allah bless that mother who has raised these girls that at age 9, they know they have to wear the hijab. She has wore hijab and she's setting a guideline for her daughter to also, you have to wear hijab. Beautiful young girls, they're wearing hijab. Everybody walk by them, they have to reveal them. MashaAllah, what a beautiful hijab. The more we say, the more we encourage. The more we say, we encourage. They go to school, they might hear something because they have received a lot of encouragement. 1 discouragement doesn't do anything to them. 2 discouragement doesn't do anything because they know they have the community behind them. Everybody revealed. So from now on, everything that we see good within the community members doing it. These people, let us appreciate them helping us. Every night, if it wasn't because of them preparing this place, vacuuming, cleaning, the food and everything, we just walk past by them, okay, they're just doing it. It's good for them. They're not doing it for us to appreciate them, but if we appreciate it, we are encouraging it. And more people will get into it. So benefit of revealing people's good act. Number 1, we are encouraging the good doers and pushing them to do more. When somebody does something good, if they're not encouraged and people don't say anything about them, sometimes they get tired. And shaitan comes and says, look, you're doing everything. Nobody even just says salam to you. Nobody says thank you to you. What are you doing it for? Shaitan does his job to discourage people for doing what is good. But 1, thank you. May Allah bless you. Iraqi culture, they have something very good. Rahmallah walidayk. May Allah bless the soul of your parents. How much they get pushed and pushed and pushed again. Number 2, encouraging others to do the same thing. When people see I am appreciating someone, people like to be noticed. People like people to appreciate them and to thank them. I say, okay, let me do the same thing that they're doing because I can see appreciation. And slowly, 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 they get the mindset of doing what is that good that the other person was doing. It pushes people to do more good deeds than bad deeds. The more we appreciate, the more they do it. That's the second advice I always give to the newlywed couple. I tell them, always sit within that 1 week. Remember we said we talk about what upsets us. Tell them what satisfies you, what makes you happy. Husband, sit and tell wifey, in this past week, you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. I love it. I enjoyed it. It made me happy. So she gets to know that whatever she did for you, you appreciated, you noticed it. Not that she did all of the effort that you put in cleaning the house, cooking the dishes, taking care of the kids, going shopping, doing that. He comes home and he's sitting like this. You had to do it. Why do I have to appreciate you? But when we mention it, she's getting encouraged. When I come home from work, it is my duty to go work. But if my wife, she said, thank you so much for going and bringing halal income. Any difficulties that I went through at work, 8 hours of frustration and difficulties, with 1 appreciation, all of my pain is relieved. What kind of relationship it will be between that wife and husband? Appreciating and revealing others. If I may have you say loud salawat and please move forward. Let's have another loud salawat. That requires us a very important task. We have to let our eyes get wide as it can get open on seeing what people are doing which is good, find it and reveal it. And tell other people. Yesterday, some of these small kids, Brother Hassanain and Ali and Muhammad and Shu'aib, couple of them, I told them by the entrance of the parking, there was some trash. Let's go all of us together. May Allah bless them. All these small little kids, they got a trash bag and we all clean the parking. When we see these, we have to say it. That's how we encourage. So we have to have, again, our eyes should be wide open, seeing. Unfortunately, we have our eyes open on the things that we're supposed to close it. Finding things within the people that gives us the talk, MashaAllah, we can see it. But when it comes to something good that they're doing, it's like nothing is happening around us. We need eye exam based on that. Finding it, and as we have said, and we're going to repeat, everything good that we say, where should it start first? Say it. Where should we start applying this? Our home. I have to find everything that my wife does which is good. Is she flawless? Nope. Am I flawless? Nope. So I have to find whatever she does that is good and emphasize, 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 emphasize. She's going to increase and increase and increase. And vice versa. I have to open my eyes. قال أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب عليه السلام. Your Imam and my Imam is telling us this hadith. This is معروف. إذا صنع إليك معروف فاذكره. If somebody does something ma'roof to you, something good to you, فَذْكُرْهُ ذَكِّرْ, remind, remember it. A person gives you a plate of food. A person gives you a gift. A person holds the door for you. A person says salam to you. A person welcomes you. Whatever they do for you, anything which is called ma'roof according to the religion and aql, not according to the culture. Anything that is good according to the religion, فاذكره. And إذا صنعت معروفا فانسه. If you did something good for other people, forget it. Don't we see within our community it's completely opposite? When we do something good for someone, remember I did something? We try to come in front of him to, like, he can say some, I don't see any appreciation. Imam says vice versa. When somebody does something good for you, remember it again and again and again. Reveal it. That needs dua. That's a characteristic that we have to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us with. Let's look. Unfortunately, wife cleans the house. We have to appreciate it. She doesn't have to clean the house. Religiously, she is not obliged to clean the house. She does it based on love. Allah rewards her. I know this hadith, we had it last year, and we read about it. That if she takes something from someplace from her husband's house and she puts it somewhere else because she wants good within her household, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at her with His mercy. She does it based on love and reward, not because I'm obliged to. So when we come home, we should appreciate on this side of the partition. And on that side of the partition, my husband should only provide for me shelter, religiously, nafaqa, clothes and food. Anything extra, he's not obliged. So when the day of Eid comes, he buys you a gift. So okay, you had to. Thank you so much. That's it. We just move on with it. Every 5 minutes we go and come back, we have to appreciate it. But unfortunately, this hasn't become part of our characteristics. If I go to my father and say, thank you, Dad, you've been very good dad to me. He's like, okay, what do you need from me right now? If I go to mom and say, Mom, thank you so much for whatever you have done for me. I say, okay, I know you need something for me to convince your father. I know he's saying no to you. Okay, what is it? Just tell me. Or vice versa. If a wife comes to a husband and says, okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You did such and such and such. The husband thinks, oh my God, what did I get myself into? But that needs to change in personality. That not as soon as somebody else comes to us and asks for something, a brother comes, thank you so much, brother. May Allah bless you. That help. I was like, oh my God, he needs more help from me right now. Because we have never seen it. We become like, what's going on? Something is coming. Something is approaching me. I have to be careful. So number one, we have to know what is ma'ruf. Number two, we have to have our eyes wide open and to find within everyone what is good. Within my wife, within my husband, within my brother, my sister, in faith, in blood, everyone. I find what is good in them and I reveal it. How can we do it? Within 3 steps. Number one, remember the names. So when you're appreciating, they don't think you're just talking something abstract. No. Brother Ali, thank you for, second, praising, and third, reason why you're praising them. Thank you so much. We came here, Brother Hassan. Thank you so much for you vacuuming this place for us. If it wasn't for you, we would have sat in a filthy place. Thank you, Brother Hussein, that you prepared us the tea. I had a very bad headache, and your tea got me back on again. Thank you, name, praising, and the reasoning. So that's the first part. Second, concealing and covering the disgrace. وَسَتْرَ الْعَائِبَةِ وَعَلَيْكُمُ السَّلَامُ وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ. Concealing it. Finding what is good and concealing what is bad. What is disgrace. Before getting to this disgrace part, we have to find what is good. Let me think of my in-laws and find good thing about my in-laws. Sheikh, that was a good joke of today. In-laws having anything good? MashaAllah. That was a good joke, Sheikh. In-laws and good thing doesn't come in one sentence. No, it's completely different. No, let me find it. Everyone has good characteristics and has negative. Satrul a'ib, conceal it, cover it. Don't let it reveal. Beautiful hadith, one after one. قال أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب عليه السلام. من ستر على مؤمن عورة يخافها ستر الله عليه 70 عورة. If you see one flaws, one shortcoming, one mistake, one sin from your brother, and you concealed it, you covered it, you didn't reveal it, ستر الله عليه 70 عورة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cover 70 of your flaws, mistakes and sins. من عورات الدنيا, from mistakes and sins in this dunya and akhirah. Don't I want Allah to cover it? Things that I have done behind the scene, in front of people, mashallah, what a pious individual. Behind the scene, Allah knows it. I want Allah to cover it. Allah says, I put it as an equation. You want me to cover not 1, not 2, not 10, not 20, 70 in dunya and akhirah. You cover one sin of your brother that you saw. You're supposed not to see it. You're supposed to have your eyes completely closed. But you saw it. Accidentally you saw it. Unpurposely, unintentionally you saw it. Cover it. And don't reveal it. And he continues, قال والله في عون المؤمن ما كان المؤمن في عون أخيه. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will aid you. How much aid do we need from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Every day we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His aid, for His assistance, for His help. Allah says, as much as you want me in your aid, aid your brother and I will aid you. So the more you aid your brother, the more I aid you. Continuously it's coming. You stop and I stop. What a legacy Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam have left for us. What a legacy. For betterment of our society, our families, our life on a single momentarily basis, but we just let it go and go and go. Another hadith, beautiful hadith by Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam. Inshallah doesn't apply to us. Inshallah. من روى على مؤمن رواية يريد بها شنيهه وحدم مروته لا يسقط من أعين الناس. Alhamdulillah, none of us. He says if a person sees a mistake or a flaw from a mu'min, and he comes and he reveals it. Why? Because he wants to destroy the reputation of his brother. and to make him bad in the eyes of other people, and to fall from the eyes of the people, أخرجه الله من ولايته. Allah says, you are no longer under my guardianship. Go someone else. I don't want you under my guardianship. إلى ولاية الشيطان. You are now, from now on, under the guardianship of shaitan. فلا يقبله الشيطان. And shaitan doesn't accept this person either. Look at the intention. I want to reveal someone's mistake, flaws, because I want to destroy his personality. Why? Because we did a business, it didn't go through together. I gave him a loan, it didn't go, he didn't return it to me. I'll show you a beautiful lesson. I know your flaws and mistake. I'll get it back to you. Or we asked the hand of their daughter for our son. They said no. You say no to our son? I'll show you. I will destroy your reputation. Imam says, Allah will remove you from his guardianship of shaitan. Shaitan says, I don't like this person either. Whatever I am, with my position, this person is worse than me. Why should I take him under mine? Probably I have to go under his guardianship because he is worse than me. That needs practice. That needs dua. And needs commitment. Needs determination. That I want from now on to go, starting from my own home, seeing what my family is doing, see what is my son doing. The only thing that I'm guilty of it also, we see from our kids is their flaws, their mistake. They broke something. They did something wrong. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Don't do this. Sit. Don't go here. Stay here. Why did you do this? No, let me find something which is good within them. Everybody has something good within them. And emphasize on it. MashaAllah, my son, thank you so much for doing such thing. Thank you for giving me my pen. I was sitting, you came and you gave me my pen. As simple as it can get. Thank you, I was sitting, you came and you gave me tea. You gave me the remote control. You brought me socks. You cleaned your house, your beds. You did this, just reminding them and remembering what they have done. We'll see how much our life changes. Until now, we have told our son to fix his bed at least 100 times. It hasn't worked. Well, let's find something that is good in him and encourage him toward that, and you see how much other things come one after one because he likes to be encouraged. He wants to be known. He wants to be noticed. I went to a psychologist for my second son. Whatever I don't like, I dislike, he does it. Definitely he does it. And he is proud of it. And he calls me, make sure I see it. I told him why this thing is happening. He said because he's noticing that the only time that he does something wrong, you see him. So he does it again. He wants you to notice him. He wants you to see him. He does it again. I tell him, don't jump on the couches. He jumped on the couches. Dad, I'm jumping on the couch. Because that's the only time that I see him. Other than that, I'm not seeing him. I'm so busy with my lectures and stuff. So I had to shift my mind. He's a good organizer. When he cleans the detail of something. He doesn't let one thing to go. I tell him, clean the car. He gives you better than car wash. So I have to start encouraging him with that. And that will change my personality. Wife, husband, family, community member, on and on and on and on. And let us conclude with one more hadith from our 11th Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam. This gives us the guideline of who to befriend, who to be with, who to accompany all the time. خير إخوانك من نسي ذنبك. Best friend to you is the one who forgets your flaws. وَذَكَرَ إِحْسَانَكَ إِلَيْهِ. And he reminds you of what good thing you did to him. That is a good friend. If you find him, hold on to him. He forgets your sin, your flaws, and he reminds you every time that he sees you, thank you so much. Last time you helped me with my moving. Last time you helped me, you lent me some money. Last time you got me a job. Last time, well, he got me a job. Okay. I thanked him one time. Why should I thank him again and again and again? Because the more we do, the more we get. That's the best friend that we can have. Action plan, reminder for ourselves. Number 1, know what is ma'roof and what is munkar. If I go to a wedding that they don't have munkar in it, I should go everywhere. People, I went to a wedding that there was no munkar in it. What a beautiful wedding. Everybody wants to have to do that kind of wedding, because you are encouraging it. But when we go and say, okay, it's okay, mashallah, what a good wedding, and it was all munkar, other people will be encouraged to do it also. So number one, we have to know what is ma'roof and what is munkar. Number two, we have to have our eyes wide open to see good within the people. And third, when we are about to reveal it, know their names, praise them, and give them the reason why you're praising them. It's not that you're just praising them because you want something in return from them. Let us make this determination now. That Allah give us the willpower. I want to do it. This is the dua. I want to appreciate the life of Imam Zain al-Abidin. For me, let's have salawat for him by his name. I don't know how to show appreciation to Imam Zain al-Abidin and what he did for me. One way that I can appreciate is reading this dua and applying it to my day-to-day life. Let's have another loud salawat. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك. Louder, everybody. It's the time of dua. في هذه الساعة وفي كل. Louder. وليا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. صلوات.